guys, today I wanted to make a video for those of you who are in school right now, and this is just going to be about how I organize my schoolwork in binders and pens and pencils and everything like that. Just a general organization tips and tricks and everything like that. It was actually my first day of school today back, so I thought this, would kind of be useful for those of you who are in school right now. So let's get started. When I'm going to school, I always carry, I actually just started this semester, but doing a backpack. And for a long time, I never did backpacks before. I never liked them. I would always carry just like a little purse. And, sometimes I would like hand carry my binders, or then I got like a really big purse and I'd shove the binders in there. And you don't want to do that. And the reason I realized it was a bad decision is that when you're doing that, you can really only carry what a minimal amount of supplies. However, with a backpack, you can kind of carry extra supplies, which is great because, it's like, what if, there's an emergency and I need a stapler to staple my paper together and the library's all out of staples. I have one in my backpack. I have extra papers. I have extra, I have a spot to like bring my planner with me every day instead of being like, oh geez, this is too heavy, just put it aside. So I would definitely recommend, if you haven't already, just get a good backpack. This one also has padding, if you can see here, in the shoulders, which is really good. And also will just help your back, and you will be in a much better mood if you can, everything's organized and you don't have, a heavy bag on your shoulder or anything. So let's get into it. I'll start with my binders. So just in the big bag of my, big part of my backpack, I have binders. And how I like to do my binders is I do one for like Tuesday, Thursday classes, and then another one for Monday, Wednesday classes. So I don't do a binder for every single class. I kind of do, 2 subjects in one. If you do have like 3 or 4 classes in a day, then you probably do need to separate them. But here's them. I just used, really, really cheap white binders. And what I do is I just put some fun pictures and stickers in the front. So here's, some cool Polaroids and, yeah, things that I just like to look at and kind of make them personal to me. And it also differentiates between the two, so I can easily find them. So, I think it's this one. Yeah, this one I wanted to show you. Is it this one? No, it's the other one, sorry. So, for my first class today, this is what the insides look like. And I always use loose leaf paper. I just like it better. If you prefer a notebook, you could just stick a notebook in here. But I always take notes on my paper like this. For me, it's kind of hard to say how to take notes, just kind of group separate things together. And I kind of do bullet points, so for each main point I do bullet points underneath. I also really like these guys. These are just this really cute pack. Got this at Walmart. I don't know if they're still available anymore, but I love these because what I use these for is if I do need to make a note on my page, I just rip one of these off and I'll say like, I might write like on test if my teacher says this is going to be information for your that will be on your test. And I would just throw it in my binder here with a little note just like that. So I really, really like those. I also keep paper clips, but any type of, sticky notes or anything would be really good to keep in the front of your, the front of your binders. Then what I do is I move on to folders, and I have 3 folders here. Let me flip around. So the first folder, and this is just a cheap folder that has a pocket in it. And all I've done here is I've just put a note card that says info in here. So nothing fancy, very, very cheap. However, this is how I know this is all the information for my class. This is what folder it goes into. So, sometimes for like English class, they'll give out, like MLA format. That would go in there. The next one I have is upcoming. So same thing. And this is just, papers for upcoming events or projects that you're working on. And then I have a spot for returned. So very, very simple, but keeps everything organized. I don't have to be sifting through papers. Right away it's separated into 3 categories, so it makes it easier. Sorry guys. Okay, and then in the back of my binder, I have just, I'm not sure what these are called, but they're just plastic, you know, page holders here. And this is where I put my syllabus and like a class schedule, both in these, you know, kind of laminated or just pocket folders. This way I can find them really, really easily. I am constantly referring back to the syllabus and the class schedule for, you know, when I'm doing my planner, when I'm figuring out, oh, when is this due, or what exactly criteria needs to be in this. One thing I definitely recommend before you start any project, go back over it and read it in the syllabus or in the handout. So this is just great because I can open right to it and I know exactly where it is. So that is how I organize my binders. The other one is exactly organized the same way. I really like that organization system. It's worked really well for me and just kind of gives me a place to put everything. So in the front pocket here, this is where I keep all my pens and pencils and stuff. Hopefully you can see this. And you can also use like a pencil bag. That's what I was thinking of. Pencil bag. But yeah, what I love about having this backpack too is I have room for highlighters. I have room for note cards. You know, if I want to be studying, I can just pull these out and start going. Excuse me. Stapler again, very good to have. I also, you know, have extra pens. I have extra pencils. I definitely just recommend carrying a regular pencil and a pencil sharpener just in case of emergencies. If there's a test or a pop quiz or something and you don't know what you can use, just go ahead and use that. I also have just whiteout markers, scissors. Since I am in art school, I also have, you know, like a utility knife here and tape, masking tape, and stuff for general purpose arts and crafts, you know, kind of for school. But yeah, this is what this looks like. And lastly would just be personal things. I really use these side pockets here for like my wallet, zipper pockets, or I'll use like this front pocket here. But yeah, that way I can really, the only really things that carry with me are just like my wallet, my cell phone, earplugs. I definitely love listening to music, and I would definitely recommend getting a backpack that has side straps for water bottles, coffee thermoses, everything like that, so that you don't have to be running through school, you know, carrying things in each arms. And also, what I love to do is pack a lunch. Make sure you're packing lots of snacks too, even if, you know, you don't think you're going to be hungry enough. I never think I'm going to be hungry when I'm like leaving the door, and I never used to bring food. And then I would get on campus, and after like a few hours of classes, it's like I want something to eat. And so I would always end up going and spending money at, you know, the cafeteria and everything like that. So now it's just a good idea just to get in the habit of bringing a sack lunch. A lot of campuses will have, you know, microwaves and places like that that you can heat your food up and eat. So I definitely recommend that. So those are kind of just my organization tips for things that I bring to school every day, how I organize my binders. Excuse me, sorry guys. Yeah, how I organize everything, and yeah, I am going to be making a video after this about just art school organization and tips for art school, because that's kind of a different thing. So if you are like an artist like me or attending art school, maybe check that one out too. That's going to have some more general tips for getting through critiques and studio classes and things like that. But otherwise, thanks for watching, you guys. I hope this helped you guys out, and have a great day. Thanks.